Astounding Sharks by Maryam. Introduction. Assalamu alaikum. This is Maryam, and today I will be talking to you about sharks. I hope that you enjoy. Now, before I begin, I would like to talk to you about a few things involving how I researched and why I chose to talk to you about sharks. First things first, thank you all so much for joining me today. I am really excited to talk to you about sharks. The reason for why I chose to research sharks is because they used to be my worst fear. I used to know sharks as monsters that would attack human beings, but ever since I started researching, I learned that sharks are as dangerous as any other animal. Now I really respect sharks and am not scared of them. That does not mean that I want to swim with one, though. Now, researching was rather easy, with awesome books, documentaries, the internet, and of course my teacher. I went to the library and gathered some books, and as soon as I got home, I started reading. Ever since, I have been working extremely hard on this project. I hope that you enjoy. First, let us begin with sharks' life cycle. A shark's lifespan can last from 7 to 400 years, depending on their species. They are amongst the oldest animals on Earth. They are older than dinosaurs. All shark breeds give birth differently. Some sharks give birth like human beings, such as the great white. If a shark gives birth, then it usually takes about 11 to 16 months for the baby to develop. Other sharks lay eggs in cases called mermaids' purses, which they stick to seaweed or rocks or bury in sand. The zebra shark does that. If a shark lays eggs, then the eggs take 17 to 24 months. The last way for sharks to give birth is that the mother shark lays eggs in her stomach, and the eggs hatch there, and then the mother gives birth to them. Once the shark is born, the mother will leave immediately. She does not stay long at all. This is why most shark babies, called pups, do not survive. They do not have a way of protecting themselves from dolphins, barracudas, sea lions, and other sharks, including their own mothers. Shark pups are even endangered in their mother's belly. Their older siblings will sometimes eat them. A shark mother can give birth to maximum 100 babies at a time. Now, let us move on to anatomy. A shark's body can do a lot of very interesting things. Some are built to swim extremely fast, while others really slow. Some have pointy teeth. Let us learn more about the body and how it works. All sharks' bodies are built to do different things. Every single shark species has teeth, though some have very tiny teeth, like the whale shark. The whale shark is the biggest kind of shark in the world. It swallows its food whole and barely ever uses its teeth. It will even let divers swim alongside it. Some sharks have pointy teeth. The devil shark is the most scary-looking shark to me and has large, pointy teeth that are great for chewing its food. This kind of shark looks like a unicorn because it has a long horn on its face, but at the same time, it looks like a devil. That is where it gets its name. The basking shark has no teeth at all. It swallows its food whole, but no need to worry. They only eat tiny plankton. The basking shark is the second largest shark in the world. Some sharks have thorns on top of their skin. These are called dermal denticles. Dermal denticles help sharks to cut through the water. It decreases drag. The great white shark has this. This shark can swim extremely fast and is one of the sharks that attacks human beings more often. The great white shark can grow up to 20 feet. Some sharks have slime on their skin. This also helps sharks to swim faster. The slime will eventually fall, but new slime always replaces the old. If sharks get caught in fishing nets, it causes their slime to peel off, which can leave cuts and sores. A shark's guts are about twice as long as their body. The tiger shark will sometimes vomit out their belly. They do this when they feel stressed. They think that an empty body will help them to swim away faster. Vomiting out their guts will also help sharks purify their guts. After they do this, sharks swallow their bellies again and just keep on swimming. Sometimes, sharks will vomit to make room for more food in their bellies. Sharks might also vomit out seals' blubber. This is not a good piece of meat for the shark to eat, so it might vomit it for another bit of food. The tiger shark is not afraid to come close to the shore. It is another shark that will attack a human being. The tiger shark has stripes on its sides. That is where it gets its name. Sharks' skeletons are made out of cartilage instead of bone. Bones are too heavy to swim with. The California horned shark is one of the sharks that has this. This shark has a nose that looks like a pig's. It also has 2 stingers on its back. The California horned shark has spots on its skin that helps it camouflage on the ocean floor. Some sharks can glow. This light comes from tiny organs called photophores. The lantern shark can glow. This shark has dots on its flank and belly. The lantern shark's glow helps it to camouflage. Some sharks can glow in the dark. The glow-in-the-dark shark will glow at nighttime. Foods and drink. What sharks eat depends on where they live and what kind of shark they are. Some sharks eat only some little things and are very precise in which foods they eat. For example, great white sharks eat anything from seals to dolphins to penguins. Tiger sharks eat almost everything, and whale sharks eat tiny plankton. Sharks are scavengers. Sometimes the Greenland shark will eat a caribou that has sunk to the ocean floor. Sharks mainly eat such kinds of food like fish, squid, and crustaceans, though. Sharks do not drink seawater. They absorb it through their gills. They already have salt in their bodies. Sharks do not need milk. Now, let us talk a little bit about threats. Not many animals eat sharks. The only animal that eats a shark is a human being, an orca whale, and a sea elephant. A shark only gets eaten once in a while. They are at the top of the food chain. Sharks get in severe fights sometimes over mating or food, which can cause threat, pain, or death. Sometimes people put fishing nets out from a boat to catch fish, but the shark gets caught in it instead. That can get the shark stuck, and eventually it starves to death. Sharks are caught for their fins. Sharks' fins are usually used for fin soup. Sharks' fins can also be used for decorations. We are sharks' biggest threats. Pollution is another big threat to sharks, and most of nature anyway. Garbage can get stuck around sharks' body parts. Sometimes people feed sharks, and then when they stop feeding, the sharks starve to death because they forget how to hunt. Baited drum lines are used to deter shark attacks in popular beaches. It is a hook that hooks onto the mouth. Most sharks are almost extinct for many reasons like overfishing illegally, accidentally getting caught in a net, baited drum lines, and pollution habitat loss. Now, let us learn about shark attacks and how to stay safe in an ocean. It is important to know how to stay safe when you are in the ocean. Most sharks do not hunt human beings. You should remember to try to stay close to the shore. Shark attacks barely ever happen, but it is still good to keep a watchful eye out for sharks, especially if you are surfing. Most shark attacks happen in popular countries where a lot of people go swimming or surfing, like North America, Africa, and Southeast Asia and Australia. A few times in movies, like Deep Blue Sea, they make shark attacks happen way more in fantasy than reality. Each year, there are 10 shark attacks, and oftentimes fewer. People are more likely to pass away from a tiny mosquito than a shark. Most shark attacks happen from bull sharks, great white sharks, and tiger sharks. Sometimes, great white sharks are blamed for killing surfers when it is actually bull sharks. Hammerhead sharks could also attack. They pin their prey down with their huge heads. Oftentimes, the reason why people get killed or severely injured by sharks is because sharks might mistake them for one of their usual prey, like seals or sea turtles, if they are surfing. When shark attacks happen, the shark will eat and then quickly leave. People luckily may not pass away if they have been attacked by a shark. A shark always eats from the legs to the head. Sharks are not trying to be mean when they attack us. Sharks are animals, and animals can get aggressive. Tell me about it. People are more aggressive than sharks. Just because there are sharks does not mean that it is unsafe to swim in an ocean at all. Sharks usually only come toward the beach side if there is some kind of yummy food that they like there. Unfortunately, shark attacks still do occur from time to time. Now, let us go to how to help sharks. One way to help sharks is to stop spreading pollution. Garbage can get stuck around sharks' neck or fin, and then that can choke them or leave them very bad cuts. People should also stop feeding sharks. You should never go to places like Marineland or places with fake seas. Sharks stay in swimming pools when they are in Marineland and other places like Marineland. Swimming pools are way too small for sharks to be in. They need to have freedom. People should also stop hunting sharks. If you post stuff online or write an article about sharks on the newspaper, that might really inspire people to help sharks. Going to places and petting or feeding sharks is not good. The only shark that you should ever pet is the whale shark. The whale shark is extremely friendly. If you pet any other kind of shark, you will not have a hand for much longer. That is a fact. Now let us go to the last part of my presentation. Fun facts. More people pass away by falling coconuts than sharks. People are more likely to die from mosquitoes than sharks. Feeding sharks is actually banned in some countries. It is so bad. The tiger shark will surprisingly come close to the shore. Tiger sharks eat all kinds of things. Bottles, tools, car tires, and even a drum called a tom-tom. But these things are bad for sharks to eat, and they can die from it. To me, the whale shark is the most adorable kind of shark ever. If you swim in the deep side of the ocean and a shark passes by, it most likely will not attack you. Eating a human being for a shark is bad and unhealthy. They will stay away from you. All animals will give you a chance, including a shark. So you should remember to respect every bit of nature, whether it is more likely to kill you or not. Thank you for listening.